everybody, this is Brian.
And I'm Logan, and welcome to the Winner's Circle. Workers Cards! Hi, team! Welcome to my 6th place, my own worst enemy, the deck profile.
In case y'all missed it, over the weekend, we were in New York City for the Gamers' Choice Grand Opening Double Case Tournament. If you haven't seen Let's Top Locals episode 5,
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Definitely go check it out.
Why are you here?
But this is Logan's day 2, as she said, top 6 deck profile.
Yeah, I got 6th place after Swiss, which was 7 rounds. I went X1-1, and then I went to top 16, and I got my absolute butt kicked by Drytron, which was fine. I didn't think I was going to get far in that anyway, so honestly, it was totally fine. I wasn't mad about it. But I'm just glad I got 6th place after Swiss. Wasn't expecting it. Definitely wasn't qualified, but I guess we're here, so I'm not mad about it.
Speaking of not qualified, Brian doesn't hold the camera often, so...
Oh yeah, so if this video is a bit of a...
shaky.
Yeah, if this video is like wobbly, the angles are a little scary, you can't see the cards, it's not Logan's fault. Logan's the one usually holding the camera. It's all Bry Guy, so make sure you say blame Bry Guy in the comments.
It's all my fault.
Yeah, if it looks a little jank, it's Brian's fault.
But speaking of comments and all that good stuff, do you have any shout-outs before we get into this? Anything you want to comment on? Anyone you want to give a nice little shout-out to?
Well, I've never had to be here before. It's been about 2-7 years almost since I've been at a table being interviewed for anything. Usually Brian's the one getting the top, so I mean, it's about time I got to sit here and explain how great I am for once. But no, I don't know. I mean, Brian's cool. I mean, Brian didn't really think I was qualified to play this deck this weekend because I think I picked this deck up realistically. I looked at it on Wednesday. I played it for like a minute on Thursday. And that was about it. And I was like, I guess we're going to play it because every other deck I have isn't good enough. So let's try it. So shout out to Brian for, I guess, telling me to play the deck, but also telling me not to play the deck. I don't know. Don't listen to Brian. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
shout out to me for trying my best and honestly not believing anyone that says I'm not good enough or that I'm not going to be able to make the plays I should play, Brian, or that I basically can't do anything that I think I can do. If you can dream it, you can do it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because you're your own best cheerleader. That's it. Just thanks to the sub squad for, supporting me and always believing in me and like believing in us more than we ever believe in us, which is cool. So honestly, you guys are the ones that motivate us to keep going. And even though we joke around a lot, we do take the game very seriously. We do want to do well as players, and the last couple episodes, the last top locals, are a real testament to that. So I hope you are watching the series and seeing us progress as players and grow as players, and I hope it encourages you to go and grow as a player as well, because if we can do it, you sure can.
All right.
But yeah.
Awesome. So obviously, like, comment, subscribe, all the links and all that stuff are in the description box down below. We won't waste any time. Let's just get right into the deck. I think we're going to be showing off the side deck too. Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah, we don't usually show off the side deck. That's usually a Patreon exclusive. Feel free to check out the Patreon in the description box down below. But we're going to show the side deck today anyway. Even though I wasn't super happy with it, I'll talk about changes I made from day 1 to day 2 as well, because I did play this deck both days. So don't worry, I'll go over everything, including some of my matchups. But with that being said, subscribe, notification bell, all that garbage. Let's get right into the deck profile, shall we? Hi, welcome to the deck profile segment. It's almost like we just were here 2 seconds ago. But anyway, we're going to go down to the main deck. Brian's going to hopefully tilt the camera down, or this is going to be an absolute dumpster fire. Pray for him. All right, we played 3 ALEISTER. I don't really think this was, I don't really think this was anything that anyone needed to know. But if you don't know what ALEISTER does, you normal summon him, he gets impermed, and that's okay because you have invocation in hand. It's totally fine.
All the time.
Yeah, literally just gets you invocation. Damage step ALEISTER for 1,000. That's literally it. He's incredible. I hate this card. Everyone who is on the channel knows that I strongly dislike this card. I don't have a reason, really.
Yeah, Logan's not an ALEISTER fan.
I told myself I would never play Invoked. I also told myself I'd never play Nadir Servant. Here I am playing them both in one deck. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta know thy enemy and agree to disagree and just team up for the better of your own success.
Yeah, and it worked, didn't it?
I guess so.
Crazy. All right, moving on.
Alright, then we're playing double copies of Eldlich. I forgot we're going through monsters and not engines at a time. There's a couple engines in this deck, so bear with me, team. We're playing 2 Eldlich.
Ooh,
obviously,
those
they sure are, Chief. Obviously, you don't need 3 because you're not playing a pure Eldlich build, and even if you are, you shouldn't be playing 3 early anyway. But yeah, 2 Eldlich. He's a good card. He's absolutely bonkers. Sends stuff. Set stuff, pop stuff, pop
Oh, he's such a good guy.
He's a great card. I don't know what to tell you. The Eldlich engine, super strong. And then we're playing our Dogmatika stuff, so more things I didn't ever want to play, but here I am. We're playing 1 Ecclesia, we're playing 1 Fleur, we're playing 1 Maximus. Oh boy, everyone sees Maximus and they're like, oh wait, but he's bad. He's not bad. This card is insane because there are other cards in the deck that you will see very shortly that make this whole thing extremely powerful. And no, it's not just Nadir Servant. I've got some spicy stuff in the field spell section.
Ooh, very, very true.
But Maximus is absolutely bonkers. He's got a huge booty, first of all. Sends 2 chosen cards from your opponents in your extra deck to the graveyard, which is really good for you for more things in the deck. He's just a really good card. I don't know why people think he's so bad. Like, obviously, he's not good in every build, but in this build, he's very important and very useful.
Great.
Yeah, Ecclesia, a fantastic. Fleur is nuts. I mean, yeah. Fleur was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's just a non-targeting negate that like bumps all your stuff by 500.
And it baits anything.
Yeah,
and like
crazy
Ecclesia, like even if they stop the Ecclesia, it doesn't really matter because then she just sits there in defense mode because you're specialing her typically because there's an extra deck monster somewhere. You're just specialing her and then they just can't kill her unless they pop her with a card effect. So like, she's cool.
Because she can't die by battle from monster special summon from the extra deck.
Yeah, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah, in case no one knew that.
Read the Dogmatika.
It actually came up this weekend.
Yeah,
there was a couple people were like, it dies. And they're like, it doesn't.
Like, no, it doesn't though. Moving into hand traps, we are playing a couple hand traps in this build. Not a ton, but we're playing triple copies of Ash Blossom 4 Head Not Feet because
fabulous.
Any of you weird people playing the feet version, please stop. And then we're playing triple Ghost Bell. Day 1, I was only playing 2 Ghost Bell. I switched to 3 day 2 because she's insane. Like, I would argue I don't think I really resolved Ash hardly more than twice in both days. Belle, I resolved about 50 times. She's insane. Like, if I had to pick one of the other, Ash is going out the window. Like,
yeah.
Belle is so strong in this format. Like,
I honestly felt the same way. Like, Ash
so
was like
crazy.
very mad this
like,
weekend.
Ash is fine against like fragile rogue decks, but like you don't really play against those at this event. Like, there's a couple lingering around, but like if you want to play at top tables, you want to play more impactful hand traps, and I'd say Belle is way more impactful, and everybody at top tables is playing Belle. It's absolutely bonkers. It stops Sanguine, it stops Nadir Servant, it stops literally anything.
Revolt.
Anything. Revolt.
That's the main card that you're trying to say. So good.
But yeah, Belle best girl this weekend. Like, honestly, I think she was probably the most powerful card in my deck, which is absolutely sad. All right, moving on to the spells. We have Go Get Alistair Spell. This card is actually pretty darn cool because half the time you already have Alistair and or Invocation also in your hand. So this card is just really good Ash bait because they don't want you getting to Alistair and they have to take the gamble of, do they already have Alistair? Which we do. Or do they not have Alistair and they really need to get to it? This card's just fantastic. I did have someone over the weekend try to like negate my what was it? I think it was against Salad. They tried to negate my fusion with Invocation and they were like, nah, B, you can't do
Belle,
that.
bro, can't happen there.
Or like, oh no, or was it Schism? Oh no, I revealed part of my deck. I don't remember, but it was a fusion card and they were like, nah, you can't do that. And by they, I mean me. I don't know why I just referred to myself in like the third person. That was really weird. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's a weird day, team. Alrighty, moving on. Obviously, we're playing double copies of Ultimate Mirror. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
This is honestly probably one of our favorite ultis.
I hate that I love it. This whole deck is just me feeling really bad that I'm at this point in my life. But I mean, you know, if you can't hate them, join them or something like that.
You can't beat them, join them. But that's fine. We joined them and we beat them.
Woo! But no, this card's absolutely insane. You only play 2 because it literally just shuffles itself back. You basically play 4,000 copies. You know, it's crazy. This card's so good. It's just silly. It's just so. The more I play this deck, the more I'm like, I don't understand how this is legal, but it's fine. Then we're playing 1 copy of Call by the Grave because this literally just says, oh, you don't want to help me resolve my Alistair?
Yeah.
Oh, sad. Oh, my Nadir Servant, you don't want to let me resolve my Nadir Servant? Oh, no. I'm so sorry. That's not gonna. Oh, you want to drool me? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not gonna work. Not today, Chief. Not today. But yeah, that's Called by the Grave. The card's
it's basically like part of the invoked engine.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, whoa! Shout out to anyone there that's not woozy from my wobbly camel work yet.
I'm so sorry. I saw Called by the Grave so much this weekend. It was insane. Like the amount of times I opened Called by the Grave, especially in games 2 and 3. It's like it knows. It's like
it was wild. It was wild.
So good. Feels awesome. And then moving on, obviously we're playing triple copies of Nadir Servant.
Ooh,
This card is so freaking good. Like, again, you can bait things with your Meltdown, your Alistair plays. You can do whatever. You can do your whole Eldlich engine. You can play Eldland, do your searches, bait stuff that way. And then at the end, you just doink Nadir Servant. And they're like, ah, snap. I wasted all my stuff on not Nadir Servant. And like, this card is just... It's just so good.
It literally just feels like Engage 2.0.
Yeah, and if you didn't know in this deck, which you're going to find out shortly, we are trying to turbo out Winda. And, well, that is one of the most important cards in turboing out Winda because we send our good old buddy Al Capone. But anyway, moving on to another one-off. We're playing 1 Terraforming. This is really good, not just for Meltdown. You guys are going to see in about 4 seconds why this card is so busted. I never really searched Meltdown off of this card. I was usually searching something else, but it's really funny because people think you're searching Meltdown, so they usually let it resolve because they're like, oh, I'll just ash the Meltdown because they want to search ALEISTER. Again, me in the third person. But yeah, we're not searching Meltdown, team. Guess what? We got Mystic Mine. Ooh, but wait. Oh, wait. It gets better. We got 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters.
Oh,
yeah. I bet
so
you guys
good.
are like, but Logan, Nani, why are you playing these cards? Well, this card at 1 is great because, like, obviously you play it going, like, second. Like, this isn't your optimal first turn play, obviously. So, like, Mystic Mine is absolutely bonkers, especially in games 2 and 3 if you know they're going to, like, go first, like, and they're gonna make you go second because they obviously don't want you setting up Winda. This is really good because you're just terraforming Mystic Mine. They're like, oh no.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's bonkers. If you can bait whatever negate they have, like, especially in the mirror. I played a couple mirrors yesterday, or not yesterday, but whatever Sunday was. It feels like eons ago. But whatever that was, if you can bait their Macabre, like, with anything else, it's totally fine. Just Mystic Mine on the field, and okay, whatever. And then the 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters was absolutely bonkers because against Salad, they just die. This literally exists for, like, Salad and, like, Tri-Brigade and, like, anything that relies on types. Like, anything. Like, this literally told Salads to just die. And, like, let me tell you, it was clutch against Salads both days. It was pretty good. I think that's the only actual matchup I really used it against. I never really had an issue with it. I never really saw this, like, at all. Day 2, I saw this literally in the last 2 rounds. And boy, oh boy, it was so important because I needed it so bad. I was so grateful I saw this card. It wasn't like a win condition or anything like that. It was literally just to help me stall until I could get my hand better. It's nice because if your hand kind of sucks, it gives you a couple turns. It was really clutch. It was really good. This card's absolutely bonkers. And you know what all of the Dogmatika cards are? They're all spellcasters. So, like, say your hand isn't the most optimal or whatever, but you have a Dogmatika card or a way to Dogmatika cards through, like, Nadir Servant or whatever. Slap this on the board, sit on, like, Maximus or whatever. Or even if you full combo, you can end on Macabre, Maximus in defense, Schism, Eldlich card set, and then just sit with Secret Village of Spellcasters. They just die.
Yeah,
like,
and then obviously, like, you special Khaleesi at the end phase, Surge Knight, too. Like, you
exactly.
have, like, it's basically an unbreakable board.
It's absolutely loaded. I think I resolved that whole play a couple times, including the Secret Village, which was absolutely, like, a Salad, it was just so, oh my god, it's so good. It feels so good. I hate how good this deck makes me feel. It's almost embarrassing. And then, of course, we're moving on to the Eldlich stuff. We are playing triple copies of Cursed Eldland. I was kind of iffy on 3 copies of this all weekend. Day 1, I was like, I saw 2 a lot in my hand, which could have, and, like, I didn't really power shuffle on, like, Saturday, which was kind of my fault. Sunday I did, and I had a lot better hands most of the time. So, like, maybe it was my fault. But I do think, at worst, like, 2 isn't, like, terrible, but, like, it's a consistency card. You really want to see 3 of it. Like, It was really clutch. It was just good because if you start this off and you're like, your hand's really good, but you really don't want to get, like, hand trapped anywhere, or if you know they probably play a hand trap, like, start out with Eldon, get your Eldlich engine rolling, or if you're even going second, this is great, because then you can just search Eldlich and then just start, like, sending stuff on their board and baiting negates that way, and then you can push through the Nadir Servant, the ALEISTER, the Meltdown, or whatever else you need. This is just really good to help kind of throw them off, because you're playing literally, like, 4 engines in this deck.
Yeah.
So, like, they have to side deck to stop the whole engine, and, like, if they don't see their side deck, they're absolutely screwed. And, like, it's really hard to stop 4 engines, especially when one's kind of a control variant, one's a mid-range, and one's kind of, like, combo-y. Like, the whole thing together is kind of wild in itself. And
it helps you prioritize your interruptions, too. Like, if you don't open well and you open this, their Droll's kind of a dead card, because after you search stuff and you don't have, like, your invoked engine, their Droll's just, like, a wasted card anyway.
And what I think is wild, I literally only got Drolled, I think, twice the entire weekend. It was bananas. I don't know how I didn't get Drolled more often.
It's because not everyone can play alties, so,
God.
the alties rise to the top of your deck.
It was really crazy. I got Drolled once after I invocationed, and I was like, that was not optimal for you, but good effort. But no, it was crazy. I don't know. Every opponent I had, like, didn't see their side deck, which was kind of nice. They were like, I sided anti-spell, I sided judgment. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't say. I'm like, oh no. Like, but anyway, moving on to the Eldlich engine. Obviously, we're playing Triple Causes Scarlet Sanguine. This card literally just says get Eldlich. It's absolutely fantastic. That's it. Disco Party.
I mean, the standard Eldlich ratios. Like,
like
obviously.
it's Disco Party the card. Like, that's just it.
Yeah.
We are having a party. This deck is a party. ALEISTER, all his zombie friends. It's a great time. And Ecclesia. Double conk. Triple Conch, sorry, I lied. I can't count to 3. Triple Conch, he's the best one. Conch Sanguine is like the biggest wombo combo on earth. It's so good. Yeah, pop cards. That's it. Yeah. We know what these cards do. It's been a year. And then we're playing double Hawk because
once again, 3
Hawk is not. Yeah, Hawk is not great. It's kind of like the Paleo engine with frogs. It's 3-3-2. Isn't that so cute? Except it's 3 Elven, 3 Conch, 3 Conch. Sorry, my Eldlich card's almost up. Whatever.
Yeah.
3 Conch, 3 Sanguine, 2 Hawk. That's it. That's what I meant to say.
We don't need to explain them. Everyone knows what these freaking cards do.
All right, then we're playing 1 copy of Schism.
Oh my god.
This is just Winda.
Wow.
It's just Winda. It just stops everything. Salad, they die. Everything dies. Winda's a good card.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
I know everyone hates her. I'm sorry. I didn't want to come down to this. Shout out to Breezy for sending us the Schism. I love you. You're perfect. We appreciate you. But yeah, Schism's great. Honestly, I didn't rely on it as much as I thought I would. Like Winda's fantastic, but you almost didn't need it most of the time. Just having it set as a threat was enough for people to scoop.
Yep.
Because if they know, if they can't stop you getting to Schism, and you have your, a Makaba and Maximus and Ecclesia with Fleur in hand, and possible Eldritch card set, what's a Winda at that point? And that's kind of where it was. This deck is mostly...
a win more.
It's a Winda. It's my extender. Winda is my extender. Oh my god, Winda is an extender. Shout out to Comic Zone. This is an extender. But yeah, honestly, I think that's kind of what this whole deck culminates. It's like being a threat and just kind of scaring them. And then the last card in the deck, Harpy's Feather Duster. This was one of my changes. Yeah, this is one of my big changes from day 1 to day 2. Yeah, in the main deck, so we'll just go into it now. On day 1, I was not maining Duster, and I had 1 less Bell in the deck, so I was only playing 2 Bell, which was so foolish of me. And I was actually maining 1 Dogmatika Punishment and 1 Set Rotation. Punishment was not as useful as I wanted it to be because I need my extra deck, and I needed it every single turn. I wanted to just see if Punishment was worth it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I was never searching it. It wasn't necessary, and I knew halfway through the day, I'm like, this card can go. I don't even think I saw it. And then Set Rotation was just for memeage kind of things. If you see it, it's cool. But again, literally didn't see it, and if I did, I was like, this is just a dead card at this point because I don't need it and I don't want it.
So just to clarify, those 2 cards are not in the deck for Sunday.
Yeah, those were in the main deck on Saturday, and then Saturday night, obviously you're allowed to change your deck list from Saturday to Sunday. You just resubmit deck lists. I took out those 2 cards and I put in the 3rd Bell and the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. This card is crazy because on Saturday, everyone was playing, Salad, it gets rid of the back row, Sky Striker, Altergeist, Glue Woo, anything. Even against, Tri Brigade, they set the Revolt, get rid of the Revolt, or bait the Revolt, make them use it. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Until you Harpy's Feather Duster and they chain Imperial Order, and then you're just dead. But, what can you do? All right, moving on to the extra deck. We're just going to rip through this because it's literally just generic invoked nonsense and then Dogmatika stuff. So we're just going to rip through, team. All right, ready? Go. All right, we're playing 1 Artemis because she's literally just Makaba. This is just Makaba, but cuter and waifu.
Collector
Cross Sheep. This card, I literally never used it, so it was fine, I guess. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, just your generic Nightmare package. They're really good. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Access Code Talker. Wow, it's almost like you're link climbing. This is just a really great kill button. I think I used it once, honestly. I didn't need Access Code Talker half the time because if you can just use Makaba and just get big stuff on boards and the Dogmatikas and Fleur and all that, they just get big and
So that was it for the links, right? So
that was the link monsters.
You chose to play Cross Sheep over Celine. How did that work out?
I didn't choose anything. Brian told me to play Cross Sheep and I didn't know what Celine did, so okay. Guys, I literally learned this deck 5 days ago. Yeah. I don't even know. I literally, if you asked me what Celine does, I don't know. I'd be like, counters.
Yeah.
Triff? Steven? Is that you?
It does Steven things.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. Probably. Cross Sheep was dead, so yeah, whatever. Cross Sheep, whatever.
Cool.
Moving on into the fusions. So that's a lot of it. All right, so we got Double Makaba. Obviously, this card is literally bonkers. I hate how much I like him. Raijin, I never used. Purgatrio, I never used. Invoked Goides, I actually used quite a bit because it's just a nice on-summon pop, and it gets big if you have fusions in your graveyard, which you do most times.
All the time.
And then moving into the Shadal stuff, we have 1 App Cologne, we have 1 Construct, 1 Winda. Obviously, you send App Cologne off of Nadir Servant, and then you do the whole shenanigans. You Construct and blah, 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 blah. You just do all the stuff. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Just read the cards, guys. And then last things in the extra deck, we have the 1 Titaniclad and the 1 Entis. This is just your Dogmatika card, and this is just your whatever else card in case you want to send it off of Nadir Servant for anything. So basically off of Maximus, because you're going to get Maximus off of Nadir Servant, you're going to send Apollo, you're going to get Schism, discard Schism, and then you'll search Maximus. Maximus will specially, it'll send 2 extra deck monsters to the graveyard, which is your Titaniclad in your Construct. Construct gets you back Schism, so you can set the Schism. Wow, and then at the end phase, Titaniclad searches you, or summons you Ecclesia, and then you get Flare, and you know, it's all that really fun adding to your hand stuff. So yeah, that's literally it. And then you Schism the next turn, banish stuff, bing, bang, boom, you got a window. And that's the extra deck. Wow, it was so insightful. It was a lot of blue and purple. Wow. All right, and then moving into the side deck. The side deck was like, okay, I'm not convinced it was like the best thing in the world. We were playing triple copies of Ultimate Rare Twin Twisters. You know, it just feels really nice. I saw it a couple times. My side deck, honestly, it's really sad, but I didn't see my side deck a lot this weekend. It feels kind of bad.
That's a common theme with Logan,
It feels really lousy, but we did play Triple Dark Ruler. I used it once, I resolved it once, and then I died the next turn anyway, so don't be like me, kids. Be smarter. But yeah, that's that for those spells. And then we played triple copies of Ultimate Rare Nibiru because Nibiru. So yeah, Nibiru, it was okay. It's really only good against like Salad. And that's about all I used it against, actually. Again, didn't really see my side deck a lot. It feels kind of bad, honestly. The more I sit here, the more I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if I, like, saw these cards? Triple Droll. I don't think I drolled anyone either, actually. Wow, this is really just getting really sad. Now that I'm sitting here, I'm just like, I didn't use my side deck, like, at all. But Droll's really good against, like, Drytron or, like, any deck that searches, which is a lot of decks this format.
Yeah,
like
it's like every
in
deck
the mirror.
this
I think I used it in like a mirror match. I think I'm pretty sure. Maybe I could be totally wrong. It feels like it was forever ago, but it's a good card to side. But like again, I didn't see it. And then last 3 cards in the side deck are Judgment, which I actually used a lot. Judgment was actually pretty good, especially in the mirror matches. I played a lot, and I say mirror in the sense that I was playing against either Eldlich, Shadal, or Eldlich Dogmatika or Eldlich Shadal. Like, I was playing against some sort of engines that are the same as mine. Not necessarily the same builds or the same amount of engines, but like those decks in general. Judgment was really good because in this deck you can definitely kill your opponent the next turn, so me judgmenting doesn't really threaten me very much because if I can just stop their turn essentially, like their pivotal play, like it's all good. I can just OTK the next turn pretty much. Like you only judgment if you like know you can survive and kill them, so like be mindful with your judgment team. But yeah, that was the side deck. It didn't really do much. But good news is the main deck is so strong that it really isn't a big deal if you don't see the side deck. Like, I think that was the big saving grace of this deck is like the main deck is just nuts, especially with the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. It's crazy. Like, I played so many back row decks, and game 1 I needed to have Duster, and I would see Duster, and it was just like, it's like people don't expect it. People still don't expect Duster in the main, and to have it in the main feels really nice. But yeah, that's it. That's really the deck. That's like not a whole lot to it. I'm sorry if I didn't explain it very well. Again, I haven't done one of these in a hot minute. If you want to like talk about it more, feel free to say so in the comments. I'll reply to any questions you guys have. Like if you want to know more or if you want to see more, let me know. I won't know unless you tell me, but I'm really happy with the deck and how it performed. It is super strong and I hate how good it is. I think I am going to play it at the YCS this weekend, so we'll see if it still does well. YCS is the remote stuff. It's all very different than in-person play. Like, again, I can't stress enough, in-person, way better than remote stuff, like infinitely better. So like if I can suggest you go to locals and play at an event, do that. It's so much better. It'll help you as a player. It'll help you like learn insight as to what you should do like next time and how you could change your plays. Like do it. Just do it. But yeah, that's it. I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud of myself. I worked my butt off, and even though I just picked the deck up a few days ago, I think I did a really good job, and it means I can only do better from here, and then I'll just try harder, and I'll try to actually learn more. I'm trying to learn more decks, as you guys can see, and I think I'm actually doing a pretty good job with it. So props to me for getting 6th place after Swiss and making top 16. I got my cool Gamer's Choice game mat out of it, which is pretty neat, and shout out to Rubicon Designs for this pretty cool ALEISTER Field Center. I'll put a link in the description box down below. I'm pretty sure you can use our discount code for like their new deck box. I'll put that in the description box too, but feel free to check it out. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did. I hope I explained everything well enough. Again, I'm really nervous and I'm in my own house. I don't know why. But like, yeah. So thank you. I love you. You matter. And we will see you guys later today for our King's Court opening and giveaway. So make sure you come watch that because we're going to be giving away a box of King's Court because we give away every single set that comes out. So that's all I got. I love you guys. Thank you for always rooting for me. I love you. You are the best.